So when did you leave Peru?
I was, so I came here for my 23rd birthday.
Okay. Very
I
cool.
landed on a Tuesday and my birthday was on a Wednesday.
Okay. Wow.
That was the beginning, yeah.
That's crazy. And Arizona.
In Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you choose Arizona?
So I came to visit a friend.
Yeah.
And then she introduced me with my son's father.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the rest is history. So.
Many, many businesses later, here we are.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Yeah, since 2003.
Wow. So what gave you that esthetician bug to kind of start
So
learning?
when I came to United States, it was literally just vacation. Grounded.
It's casual. We're chilling. It's all good.
It was literally vacation. I love to travel. Before coming here, I already visit South America, Europe, So for me, it was just visiting.
Yeah.
But I came here and I moved here, got married, had Andy. And then I started as a nanny because I wanted to learn more English. And I was like, with kids, it will probably be faster and easier because they usually teach you how to pronounce
or they'll tell you when you're wrong.
Yes, exactly.
Very quickly.
So I was a nanny for 2 years. And then it was great, but it was something that I didn't want to do for the rest of my life, especially coming from business background. And then I was like, okay, I do like the aesthetic industry, the beauty industry. So I went back to school for aesthetic, for laser, for permanent makeup. And that's literally how I started. Moved to Maricopa from Phoenix and worked for a local spa for a couple months. And then I rented a room inside a salon for 3 years.
Wow.
And then I bought a full salon.
Very cool. Wow.
And that's how I started.
Wow. That is crazy though. That's very much like a ground up story. Started from the bottom.
Yeah, from the bottom. You said it. Yeah.
That's so cool though. And it goes to show you like it's so cool to see I almost feel like because we work with service-based businesses and a lot of them are good old boys and they're just out here, blue collar boys trying to get things done. But I'm from Oregon, Washington, and up there we have a lot of immigrants, like Slavic immigrants, and just very like entrepreneurial people, And these days I feel like you kind of have to be. But I have always found that the folks that are here that came from another country that start businesses are the ones that they don't complain. They're not going to be like, oh, this client asked for a quick refund or something. Like, no, they're like, I'm doing this business and I'm going to give it my all. And everyone else around me is kind of just half-assing everything.
So true.
Because
And you appreciate, appreciate life better because you're in a different country. This was not my country when I came here, but now it's my home, and the country opened their arms for me literally, so you appreciate that and you want to give back by being a good business owner, customer service, having a passion and trying to just be good, as a business owner. So
absolutely. Which and the whole thing about it, I'm a nerd. So if you look at the tax code, the entire tax code is written for every individual to become a business owner. Like if you want to be the most successful, you absolutely have to start a business, which is serving the community. And what a better way to give back to the company that welcomed you with open arms is to start a business. So when you first moved here, were you like, that's it, I'm going to start a business? Or were you like, nah, I'm never going to do that?
I always knew, even when I was 17, I finished high school. My dad was like, you have to go to college. You have to. It's like have no choice. My brother is a nerd. He's an engineer. My sister is an architect. So I was like, I have to do something. And I never liked school. So I was like, business, I'm going to do business. And I did. Yeah. So when I came here, I knew my nanny job was temporarily. For English, I needed to get used to the culture. And after that, I was like, okay, what I'm going to do next? What can I do? Then I'm going to find a passion. So the aesthetic was always the beauty industry was always my niche. So it was like, okay, let's do the aesthetics. And then I knew I needed to build clientele. I worked for a spa for only a few months, and then I rented a room, and that's when I really started a business. Then I bought a salon, and then now I own my own commercial spot in Maricopa. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's so cool. That's a crazy progression. So now, how many team members do you have at your location?
So I used to have a full salon, up to 12 hairstylists. It was great, but then I now I'm still young, but I'm focusing also on traveling and dedicating time for myself. So now we have a nurse. She does all the injectables. I have tenants. I don't have W-2s or 1099 anymore.
Oh,
it's
nice.
me because I also have the other business, which is the real estate business. So I am now focusing on building employees or opening more med spa and focusing more on investing.
Very cool.
And I still do a lot of the spa because that's my passion. So I
It
work.
is your passion. Yeah.
Yes, I work hard and then I play harder too.
Yeah. Well, I know Andy plays, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. He loved playing too.
That is really cool, though. So this is something Noah and I talk about all the time. When it comes to like passions, there's a lot of people that they want to take their passion and turn it into paychecks, right? Which you've done successfully. However, a lot of people think that they can take their passion, turn it into paychecks, and then they can turn it into big paychecks. And the problem that we find a lot of times is, I'm a musician. I love music. And I've had, when I first moved to Arizona, I started a music academy for kids. And it was great. I loved it. However, it can be a little bit challenging to be very profitable in that particular business. And so I learned marketing through that, and that transitioned into owning a marketing agency and tons of fun stuff in between there. But a lot of people will take their passions and they'll turn them into paychecks. And then they'll want those big paychecks. And what you've done, it sounds like, is were you always passionate about real estate, or is that
Yeah,
kind of
I was, because my dad also was a real estate investor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the business sense from the fishing side of things. You're like, all right, this is where we put in the hard work kind of thing, the blue collar work. Let's put it that way. It's both hard work, and then you saw the real estate side of things, maybe the white collar work, where it was like, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, I literally just copy and paste.
Yeah,
that's what I did. My dad was very successful. We were very close. He was always talking about business and what he did right and what he did wrong. So grew up seeing him. When I became an adult, I literally just copy and paste what he did.
Yeah.
Through the years.
Yeah, for sure.
Till this day, I still copy and paste. And of course, I have my own experience, my own journey in the industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what I did. I copy and paste, and thank God everything it's going well. It's an easy thing, but if you have passion for whatever you do, you can be successful.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome. It's kind of like your passion can pay your bills for today, and then your investments will pay your bills for the future.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, they don't necessarily, especially like new business owners, because we have a handful of people who watch this. Some of them are business owners, and a lot of them are like, man, like should I invest all into a med spa? Should I open one? Is that like the path I'm going to take? Should I invest everything into real estate? Like, what is the path I should take? And I like that balance of it, because it's like you get to do what you love, you get to pay the bills and then some, and then you also get a chance to invest to pay for your future and some play.
Yeah, you place your eggs in different baskets. I strongly believe, and you have to.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. So with your current med spa, you've got a nurse who's working for you. You've got hair salon tenants. Is that how that works?
I used to. So I have a tattoo artist. The salon is closed because I know a hairstylist. I opened the salon because I needed to build my clientele. Once I did, I closed the salon and continue with more spa and med spa. We do laser. Yeah, okay. We do permanent makeup. Very cool. I say, my nurse does all the injectables. We have a tattoo artist. We also have a doctor. She's a naturopathic doctor.
Yeah, very cool. Blood work and stuff like that.
She does more like vitamins and hormones and IVs.
IV therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
all
Yolanda.
those. That's awesome. I love that. I feel like that has taken a massive spike recently because I run ads for a handful of med spas, and I don't have any naturopathic clients these days. It's mostly kind of more of the big box med spas. But even still, there's a massive trend, particularly in the last like 12 to 24 months, of some of the more natural services that exist on the med spa side of things, which would be like the halo, the skin resurfacing.
There's so many new things in the wellness. That's more like organic wellness. Vitamins and hormones. Hormones is huge. Hormone replacement.
Yeah, very much so. And it's also like the what it is it's going towards regenerative and letting your skin heal itself in a sense, as opposed to the freeze and fill model. That was very 2010.
Yeah.
It's a little different these days. And obviously there are still applications for that too, and there's still lots of folks that love some of those services. But I'm a pretty natural kind of person, and so if I can let my skin do what it needs to do, I'm going to do that every single time. So that's pretty cool. Do you have actually? Tell me about permanent makeup. I've never worked with that before. I don't even know what that is. What is it?
Permanent makeup. Permanent makeup, you can enhance your natural beauty.
Okay.
That's what I suggest to clients. Like eyebrows, eyeliner, lips. So we all have eyebrows. Some of us have like lighter hair, some other have darker hair. So for those that don't have a lot of hair on the eyebrows, we can enhance the shape with permanent makeup, which is similar to tattoo, but we use pigments instead of ink. It's a year service. So I usually see clients every year. I look at their eyebrows and I'm like, okay, we can get those eyebrows a little bit better by doing permanent makeup. And then the same with the eyeliner. Like my eyeliner is permanent.
Really?
Same with lips. As we age, our lips look pale, you know, because there's less blood circulation. So you can add some color. This is not permanent right now because I do have a lip color, but we can make it permanent by adding just a little color onto your lips and make it look like a blush. So it looks natural. So you wake up and you're all ready to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's huge right now. Permanent makeup, it's very popular. Really? I do a lot of permanent makeup.
Is it mostly I would imagine eyebrows is like everyone's
eyebrows,
like,
liner, lips. It's really like all of
Mix?
them. I do all of them. I have a lot of clients and they come for full face.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
I have one tomorrow and actually have someone tomorrow from Florida. She used to live in Arizona and she does a lot of speech. She has a ministry. So she's coming tomorrow, working tomorrow.
That's awesome. Wow. Staying busy on Sundays. My goodness.
I try not to. I used to work Monday to Sunday.
Yeah.
You tell me when I'll be there when I just started. Now it's on my terms, kind of, because I already paid my fees, 18 years later. But this particular client, she was with me from the beginning of my business, so I can never say no. She flies to Arizona. I'm like, you're my friend.
If I like you enough, we'll do it on Sunday.
And it's fun also. I love my clients, so.
Yeah, 100%. I think all the 4 entrepreneurs here in this room are, we're willing to work every once in a while on a Sunday.
It's fun, right?
Really
like, if I had like a strong commitment with family, then I always say no. It used to be then my business was first, second was my business, and third was my business. Now it's like me, my family, and then my business is right here.
Right after.
So,
Well, it's just, it is fun. That's like a good way to put it. And I have very much found that like the people, we enjoy this podcast, not because like we love putting all this mess of cables that you can see together, but we like it, I think, because pretty much everyone we have on this podcast absolutely loves doing what they do, which is owning your own business, serving your people, putting smiles on their faces so they tell their friends and other people come back.
The vibes are great. If you get good vibes, sometimes I'm with clients and we're laughing, we're having a good time. And then we go to front desk and I'm like, oh my God, should you pay me or should I pay you? Because like we have so much fun. I feel bad charging them because I'm laughing or, we're having such a good time. And I'm like, okay, I'm charging you because it's business.
And they're happy to pay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the cool thing about med spas too, is like the experience is so important. I mean, a big piece of it is like, is the place, like when someone first hears about your med spa, if it's not through a referral, they're like, can I trust these people? Or is it safe? Like, are they up to code? Like all these different things. Are they even nice?
Yeah.
Like, am I going to be embarrassed? Like, it's a vulnerable thing that they're coming to you to talk about.
They're trusting you with their self-team, with their personal concerns.
Yeah.
With their beauty concerns.
Exactly.
So they have to somehow feel connected to the person that is going to take care of your, not just the outside, but sometimes we become therapists too. That's exactly what we're there for. Not just to help with enhance their beauty or take care of their skin, but also like you hear all of these stories and you somehow feel connected to them as a woman too. So you ended up helping in every single aspect, and it's such a good feeling.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It makes sense. I mean, it's like, it's quite literally solving their problems, but then at the same time, it's like I have many of my med spas have repeat customers who honestly, I think they just keep coming back for the therapy.
Yeah, I agree, 100%, 100%. Yeah. And it's therapy both way.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's crazy. So, of all the services, do you feel like the permanent makeup is what's popping off the most right now? It's the most popular?
I want to say permanent makeup, laser hair removal, and anti-aging treatments are my most popular. I don't like doing one all day long. Yeah. I have more fun when that's the beauty of my business. I can manage my schedule. So if I have a client, laser, I try to move laser, permanent makeup, microneedling, where I can be happy and not like bored doing the same thing all day long. Even though I love doing all of those, I like to have different kind of service. Yeah,
to mix it up a little bit. That makes sense.
Mix it up, yes.
I want to talk about the real estate stuff because that was a bit of a curveball here. I was not knowing we were going to go down that path, which I'm excited. That's really cool. If I had read your email that you had sent me, I would definitely know all about this. But Alyssa sent me a message. She said, before you start the podcast, you have to read your email. Here we are.
But it's okay, we're talking about everything, so that's good.
So I want to hear about, because I've only helped med spas after they've, already had success, basically. When you start a facility like that, and this kind of gets into the real estate world, you have to have licensing. I mean, it has to be a certain level of, cleanliness or something like that. What are the licensing? What does that even look like to have a facility, to have a med spa?
Okay, so I was renting first for 16 years. Wow, and then I realized I'm paying rent every single month. I could have purchased a property. Yeah. Of course, it took me a couple of years to find the right spot, especially Maricopa. So I found a commercial spot in a residential commercial zone. You either apply for commercial or you buy it as a resident. It's the Heritage District of Maricopa. It's kind of like Old Town. Oh, okay. Maricopa. We bought a manufacturer property and we apply with City Hall. You have to follow all the codes. Everything has to be ADA accessible. And we apply and we got the application running. So we flip it from being a house to a commercial spa.
Oh, very cool. That's actually very unique. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It took a couple months. The up and downs, all the permits. Yeah. It's just like any other city. You got to follow all the rules, all the codes, all the permits, do all the transactions. Meantime, we stopped the business for, I think it was like over 2 months.
Wow. That kind of sounds fast, actually, though, to
compare
get all those
with
permits.
Others, but I was on it.
Yeah, he's on top of it.
Yeah, I have to because I put all my clients on hold.
Yeah, exactly.
I put all my clients on hold, but it was great. I mean, I learned a lot. I could open more and more now than I have the experience. Yeah.
exactly.
And I've been in business for a while, so they were pretty cool with me on that aspect. Like, it's not like I'm moving to Maricopa and I'm opening a business. They knew who I was.
Right.
So they were good with me. So
yeah, easy to work with.
I mean, I still have to follow all the codes.
Right. Yeah.
But we got the commercial spot and now we have a commercial spa and wellness
wow.
business.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If anyone's looking to get all the permits and things like that,
I can help. No problem.
some consulting here on the side.
Yeah, and I have.
Oh, yeah?
I do help small business owners because just like me, if I can help them, why not? I do advice and tell them, do it this way or do it the other way.
Yep.
Because I went through the whole thing
100%.
myself.
Yeah, completely relate with that. Half of what we do is just telling people what we do
Yeah, exactly.
and what they should do. And then they usually don't want to do it and they just hire us.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. So that's like that's kind of like the crossover between the real estate and the med spa side of things. So you have something great going on now. Are you in a place where you want to expand the med spa a lot more, or you're putting effort into the real estate?
I love the spa industry, but I also, like I mentioned, I have a real estate portfolio.
Yeah.
And that's also a passion. So what I do, I buy properties and we flip it and we rent it. My son is involved in it too.
Very cool. Yeah.
And it has been a business for over a decade.
Wow.
So we own properties in Maricopa. We have a property in Rocky Point and we rent.
Very cool.
If you ever want to go to Rocky Point, it's only 3.5 hours away.
I am going. You're top of the list. That has been
hook you up.
That has been on my list for a while. That's actually, I will definitely be hitting you guys up about that.
Yeah, it's an oceanfront house, and that's part of our business.
Let's go. That is cool. Wow. Is it mostly to like friends and family, or?
No, it's actually an Airbnb. We have a property manager there.
Yeah, nice.
People from all over California. I think right now it's rented to people from California because of Easter.
Oh yeah.
So Rocky Point it's a touristic city.
Absolutely.
The ocean is amazing.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And it's only 3.5 hours away from here.
Mm-hmm. We'll take it. That's our ocean. We'll definitely take it. I spent a decent amount of time down in Mexico. My brother lived down there on a Christian orphanage for a long time and taken many, many trips down there. It's just such a beautiful, country out. And I spent a lot of time in Ensenada. I actually haven't been to Rocky Point, but it's the closest thing we have to an ocean. So we need to get out there at some point.
Closer than San Diego for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I also have a cousin who just came to visit for the last podcast we had from Bolivia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to be taking a trip down to Bolivia.
It's very nice. I have been.
Yeah, you've been to Bolivia?
Yeah,
Very
La Paz.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, La Paz. Yeah. Yeah, it's what is that? Is it? I think it's La Paz is the highest city capital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta just before you start hiking or touring around, you have to stay there for at least a day and two and just let your body adjust to the altitude because of the altitude.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, and they have like the coca leaves there that you're supposed to eat, chew on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That'll be fun. So, do you guys take trips back to
every year? We try. Well, for Andy, it's been maybe 2 years.
Okay, sure.
I think, but we try to go. We're gonna go in July. We're gonna visit Machu Picchu.
Wow, dude, that's cool. I feel like Machu Picchu. They always talk about like the pyramids over in Egypt, but like those ones are bigger. I'm pretty sure.
And it's one of the 7 wonders.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu, we get a lot of visitors there.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. Well, you got the Grand Canyon up here and Machu Picchu down there. You got 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay, so the med spa side of things, you love what you're doing. You're doing very well with it. And most of your attention is now on the real estate side of things, it seems.
Yeah, so I work full-time at the spa and another full-time, I have a property manager, but I am very involved with my real estate portfolio. Cool. It's also a passion. I don't think I'll stop the spa, but I'm not planning to open other med spa because I need the time to get more properties.
Right.
So that's where I am, like 50-50, I think. And I also want to start taking more time for myself to
Okay.
traveling and
very
just
cool.
enjoying, life.
The fruits of your labor, 100%.
Yeah, now that I don't have little kids, I can focus on myself.
There you go. You kicked him out.
Yeah,
He's
see
running
ya.
17 businesses over here.
He's doing amazing too. So,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
time for me now.
Yeah, that's so cool. So what does that work actually look like? Are you involved in like the subject to stuff people are doing, like foreclosures, or what specifically in real estate do you?
Yeah, so now I want to get into foreclosure because
Yeah.
those were no a topic a year ago. So that's
Yeah.
starting again, short sales, foreclosures. Before it was more like whatever opportunity I got. I'll see if it was convenient and I'll get it and then we'll fix it and flip it and sell it or even rent it.
Yeah.
Right now, just waiting for the market to get better, a little bit better for buyers. So we'll see. We'll keep searching. We just bought the commercial spot a year ago. So that was my energy and time and money into it,
Yeah.
buying it and fixing it and renovating and
Yeah.
opening. So that was my last deal,
Yeah.
which was
Wow.
for the spa.
That's so cool.
So now we've been looking around with Andy and see what we're going to do. Probably a house.
Yeah. There you go. That is really cool. Do you just do it for your own portfolio, or do you help other people?
No, for
Yeah,
my
just
own.
for your own.
I
Yeah.
do when I talk to clients and they want to get into the same business,
Yeah.
we get together. Sometimes I actually get together a lot with clients, like
Yeah.
for a glass of wine and, let me pick your brain and you pick my brain. And
Shoot, Andy, we gotta grab some wine sometime. Apparently.
yeah, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. He's not 21.
Age,
He
not
can't have wine.
Only in Mexico.
That's so cool, though. I mean, that's the relationship you want to have with your clients, right? It's like,
You have to.
Mhm.
Your clients become your friend.
yeah.
I have clients and I know them for over a decade.
Wow.
Oh, yes. They've been with me since like day one.
Wow. That's so cool.
It's awesome. It's amazing. Like they're not really clients anymore. They're friends,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And just like I place in my schedule like a facial or permanent makeup, then we put wine time. We put it on the schedule and we make it happen and we
Oh, that's
meet
so
and we have a
cool.
good time. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. It brings me back to, some of my marketing experience has been with gyms, a lot of them with like CrossFit style gyms, which
Oh, yeah.
if you know anything about CrossFit, it is very much a tight knit community, just like a med spa. And it's like, sometimes there's almost a challenge in growing your business because of literally exactly what you said. It's like, I almost feel bad charging my friends, but obviously you shouldn't. They
Yeah.
came there for
Yeah.
you, for your business, exactly what you did. And you obviously don't have a problem with that. It's a good relationship that you have with your clients. What have been some like kind of strongholds that you've had when it comes to scaling, or you're kind of in a place where you have everything in place that you want?
Right now, I do.
Yeah.
After so many years, I think I went through the up and downs and the hard season, and
Yeah.
now seems like everything is smooth.
Yeah.
So I'm perfect how my business is right now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's like for a lot of business owners, the dream, right? To where you could take 2 weeks off and come back and your business has grown while you
Yeah.
were gone.
Yes, you have to go to the whole building
Yeah.
and pay your fees, and then
Yeah.
once you're there,
Yeah.
of course things sometimes go south, and then you gotta take care of the concern or the issue, but you already have the experience, so it's not as hard as it used to be 10 years ago. I would used to freak out, when something happened. Now I'm like, I got this.
Yep. Yeah.
No.
That's so cool. And it's getting to that place where you have delegated to other team members to manage what needs to be done, to be the providers for all of your patients.
And choosing the right people too to be your tenants. In my case, 'cause I don't have employees, I have tenants. Even with tenants, I'm very alert on choosing the right tenants for me, because one tenant can give you a headache.
Yeah.
So you learn to kind of use your psychology when you're interviewing with
Yeah.
future tenants. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, you're gonna be good, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's not gonna
Not on
work.
this one.
Let me send you to my competition.
So what are some winning traits that you see in because these are tenants, these are entrepreneurs that are all running
Completely.
their own business. What are some attributes that you see where you're like, yeah, that's a winner. That person's going to make it.
No, first of all, like if they have experience with business, a lot of tenants, they come from different states or different cities, and they already been in the industry for a while. You kind of check their background as business owners. That's like tells you, yeah, they're going to be good, versus someone then just starting with no clients, having little kids, not having any business background. That give you a little bit of, you still want to help because we all started from scratch.
Yep.
But most likely, someone that had a business already is going to
know what they're doing.
Yeah, completely.
As opposed to someone who just got a loan from grandpa and trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. And the thing is, too, is like the persistence. If they say it takes about 7 failed businesses before one works or hits it big for an entrepreneur. And the thing is there's 4 entrepreneurs here in this room, and that does not sound scary to any of us. It's like you're going to learn the lessons you needed to learn at that time to move on to the next business, to then win and succeed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it can be challenging for sure. But the lessons you learn far outweigh any of the hardship that you had or the stress of managing the business.
Correct.
Far outweighs. I know way more entrepreneurs who've changed businesses or started new businesses than entrepreneurs who've just like given up on the whole entrepreneurial thing. Because it's different, It's like if someone's gonna pay you to fix, their house or something like that, versus you fixing your own house, just like you working on your own business, you're going to love that so much more, that process.
Totally.
Unless you have a very successful service-based business where you are a professional at fixing other people's houses. But aside from that, working on your own stuff is the move. Did you do, when you kind of fixed up the facility that you have now, did you do a lot of it yourself or did you sub that out?
No, we have a commercial contractor. You're mandated to have a commercial contractor.
Okay.
So we did some stuff ourselves.
Sure.
Whatever he allowed us to do, because anything we did was under his license.
I see, yeah.
So when you do a commercial spot or you fix or you build, you have to have a commercial contractor by law. Yeah.
Wow, very cool. And that was a whole new process for you? You'd never done that before?
I have done it before with my houses, but with the previous business, we did an expansion when we moved from a salon to wellness and spa. So I had also a commercial contractor then because the city mandated.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of experience with renovating or flipping.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, man, that's so interesting. It's a lot of sounds like it's a lot of dominoes that all have to fall in the right order to actually have a facility that can do what you're doing, which makes a lot of sense. People are not doing this left and right. I've never heard of someone taking a residential house and turning
So you have to be at a residential commercial area.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, yeah. So you either have it as a residential resident or as a commercial spot. Like we're near the core, we're near the post office, we're near other commercial places, but we're also near houses as well.
For zoning purposes.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So when you bought the property, you fully intended to...
Oh yeah, I was looking. Every Monday I'll drive around that area because I already knew I wanted there. Yeah. And every Monday for over a year. Yeah. And I found this, it was right in the corner. So my property is here and the court is right behind. So it was like, that's a good spot.
That's the one. Wow.
Call my realtor and...
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You made it happen. So let's go back to the med spa side of things. On the marketing side of things, what did you do for marketing, for starting off? How did people hear about you?
So I'm huge on social media. We do ads on social media and in Facebook, Instagram. I do also magazines, local magazines, like we're in the Province magazine, we're in the Value Shopper magazine. I
Very cool.
Make some videos.
Yeah.
Even though I'm such an introvert, I still make videos.
I think introvertism is a superpower, to be honest, because people will praise you in public what you practice in private. And us introverts, we do love our alone time to just work on our business and build things. So that is pretty cool. There's fewer things I've found in marketing that make a difference than having an optimized website, but then doubling down on Google reviews. I was able to take a med spa. The first med spa I ever worked with is in Chandler. They ended up winning some awards, but they increased their Google reviews by 140%.
Oh, wow.
Just by reaching out to all of their past clients for the last year or so and saying, hey, did you know we exist? Can you leave us a quick Google review? Which increased their organic traffic a lot, which increased their website traffic, which brought in tons and tons of more leads. And from my experience of working with hundreds and hundreds of small businesses, many of them gyms, it's the exact same thing, especially for a place that's very community oriented, like a med spa is with your wine nights that you have with clients. It's a community based thing. So they want something local. They want people that they can trust. They find them on Google Maps.
You're so right. Because a lot of my new clients, when I ask them, how do you hear about K-Vela? They're like, oh, I put facials or permanent makeup and I read your reviews and you have wonderful reviews, but I probably need to get better at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll show you some of the things that we're going to do with Andy on the go backs and reactivation campaigns, because it's something that's like so simple. It's actually, we were just talking, we had another podcast and he said he had 800 clients that loved his work that haven't left reviews. And I said, do you know how much business that could bring in just 1 week if I sent one text to all of those people? Like, it's crazy. Noah, my business partner, he came from like a SaaS background, so software as a service, and he came from selling literally millions of dollars of software over the last handful of years. And he was the number one SDR, so the number one appointment setter at a multi-billion-dollar company. So when it comes to like setting appointments, he knows his stuff. And the biggest list that got him the most amount of results over years and years of doing this is the go backs list. It's people that you haven't had a wine night with in a little while.
That makes sense.
Who loved you and they just forgot about you because life got busy. And if you just send them a quick text that says, hey, thinking about you. Have you considered this? Here's a discount for being with us before. It's like that can spark up so much more business. Obviously, it sounds like things are going well and you don't necessarily need it right now, but it is cool to watch that happen.
Yeah.
In their relationships, to your clients that you've known for years.
Yeah, and it's nice for a client. Probably they feel good when they hear from you. Oh, I haven't seen her in a while, but here she's thinking of me.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's with med spas, as I'm sure you know, there's, well, maybe a little less in Maricopa, but because there's a lot of competition, it's very common for people to come for one service and then they found their new med spa now. And you just don't hear from them for whatever reason because they're getting Botox from the other med spa across town. But it's like the one thing that will absolutely set a med spa apart is a text like that says, hey, thinking about you. Have you considered this? We got a cool new offer for the month of April or whatever's going on. That has gotten so much results from the tests that I've done. And all that it is just being a person. Like if you had the time to do that to all your clients, you'd probably do it anyways. And software can step in and solve that problem.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to watch that happen. Obviously, more of the hard work of marketing is things like Google ads and Facebook ads, but that's definitely some of the quick wins that I've found really helps med spas. We had med spa just from almost exclusively from a Go Backs campaign last month, booked 108 consultations just from the Go Backs list.
Go Backs.
So Go Backs is where it is at. Okay, cool. So you've got the med spa side of things. You've got the real estate side of things. What's the next project with real estate?
With real estate, just wait and look for the right opportunity, the right
Yeah.
investment.
It's a house, you said. Is what you're
I
thinking
think
about.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
Very cool. And so do you think that's going to be more, you go more in the residential side of things
Mm-hmm.
and you get residential tenants?
Yeah,
Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. And just build the portfolio that way. Yeah.
that's the goal.
Was it like, I did the commercial thing, one and done, I'm okay with it, don't need to do it again? Or is it like, I would never do that again? That was a nightmare.
I'll do it again.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I have the experience now.
Yeah.
If the opportunity comes along, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right now, my focus is really like get another investment, like a house. Probably I need to do some traveling too. Now then, the slow season starts. We have a busy season and slow season.
Yeah.
It's not super slow for me anymore because I've been in that town for so long. Then I have my regular residence,
Yeah.
but I want to have a little bit of time off and travel internationally. We have,
Yeah.
like I mentioned, plan to go back home.
Yeah.
So I try not to work too much,
Yeah.
so I can have that time and be peaceful when I'm
Yeah.
traveling. So
Yeah. You're out there and you're letting the business run itself, letting the
I
investments
take care
do
of
what
my
they do.
clients probably before I'm going on vacation, and then
Yeah.
travel, close the spa business for 2 weeks, and then come back and probably look for a property and
Yeah.
start the investment. Yeah.
Very cool. You seem like the kind of person who's just you've always got the next thing going. There's always
yeah.
something going on, and it's
It
going
never
to be
stop.
productive. And it's going to help other people,
Yeah.
which is huge. I mean, it's also something that a lot of entrepreneurs, because we have some clients that are very profitable, and at the end of the year, like, what do I do with all this extra cash? I have hundreds of thousands of dollars of extra cash from my business, and I have no idea what to do with it. And again, not to nerd out, but the tax code is literally written for you to invest into real estate
Oh.
for your business. So it makes a lot of sense for a business owner to be in real estate. Like, it's almost a missed opportunity if you don't do that, because you're just going to give that money to the government anyways. Might as well.
Exactly. Invested
Mm-hmm.
in your own business or, in the real estate portfolio completely.
100%. That's very cool. I love it. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, this was fun. I think it's cool for people to hear that perspective, because it almost sounds like an insurmountable task to take a residential property and turn it to commercial. But you've done it. If you did it once, you can do it again.
Oh yeah, all over again. I'll do it. No problem.
And it's probably the way a lot of businesses are going to go in the future too, because you think about, you've been to downtown Gilbert area, look at some of those houses around there, the prices that a house right by downtown Gilbert is going to sell for, it pretty much has to be bought by a business owner who's going to turn it to commercial, because it's just so expensive to live there. No one would want to buy a 2-bedroom house in downtown Gilbert like that.
We actually got the idea from downtown Gilbert. There is
yeah?
a small downtown Gilbert, and it used to be, I believe, a farm, and now there are small businesses, like you see spas, see a lot tiny little manufacturer homes, and we're turning to businesses. That's where I got the idea from, because I was like, it looks so cute. That's how we can make it in Maricopa.
Wow.
And the city is trying to help local business owners to go to that area because it's more affordable.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A dream of mine some days, I want to have dirt, 100%. I think that's the coolest thing ever, to own dirt. But it would be really cool to have a piece of dirt that's a wedding venue.
That's a great
Wouldn't that be incredible?
business. Yeah,
to have a barn where people get married at.
with horses and
The horses,
donkeys.
and cattle, and all the people dressing up, and you just...
don't give that idea away.
It's so cool. I went back for a wedding back up to Oregon, and I got to see they were looking at a couple different wedding venues, and just got to see some in my hometown that I never knew existed, because it's right down the street. It was some guy's house. He had a barn, and he's like, oh, hey, let's make this a commercial property.
That's so cool.
They probably had to go through the same process you did, just with a barn instead.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you
This
so
was a
much.
treat. There's a lot to learn about the real estate side of things, and I guess if you're looking to turn a commercial or a residential property to commercial, you can reach out. We'll put links to social media in the description here. But aside from that, this was a blast, that
Thank you so much.
is a wrap.
Thank you.